Kia ora everyone, today I take a look at a very exciting 2025 release. This here is set 40761, the Lord of the Rings Sméagol Déagol gift with purchase set, which released just a few days ago for everyone who bought the new LEGO Shire set. 181 pieces in total and 2 minifigures that feature a mix of both exclusive and non-exclusive elements, and technically this set here cost me at least 450 NZD. That is the current price of the brand new LEGO Shire set, and like I said, you receive this set for free if you bought that set during the special week promotion. LEGO themselves do value this set at being worth around $45 NZD on their site, but remember, they're never going to actually sell this thing separately. Currently, as of the 7th of April, which is today, the set here is sold out both online on the official site and also sold out in all 3 NZ stores. But the promo does still appear to be going on their site, so I'm not sure which set actually sold out first, the promo or the Shire. Like usually these gift with purchase sets are gone within the hour. These here are some current sales numbers on Bricklink for this less than a week old set. Looks like it's ranging from around 80 NZD to 160 NZD, which is less than what the Nazgul one from last year goes for. Before getting into all of this, I need to take the time to thank this great community for their amazing support, because without the viewership that I receive here, I wouldn't be able to afford the big releases like this. I don't receive any sponsorship from the LEGO group here, so thank you very much for watching and liking the videos and subscribing to this channel. It means a lot to me. What we have here is an 18 plus premium looking adult collector box, which is how the LEGO group can help drive up the price and release to get suckers like me into spending up big. The back of the box there shows the set from a slightly different light, where we even have an image of the movie that's just kind of been placed there in the corner. Opening this box up there reveals the contents inside. We've got plastic bags, still in the year of 2025, which is still surprising to me. Inside we've got 3 numbered bags, an extra plate, and the instruction booklet, which has a pretty good looking image of the set on the front cover there. And this is what our set looks like all built up. It's a very cool vignette based on the prequel scene from Return of the King. And starting off, what a crazy scene to be depicting in LEGO. Sméagol strangling his cousin to steal that ring of power is a rather dark and mature scene to be receiving toys of, but it does say 18 plus here for a reason. Something I've actually been harping on for years now is that we should be getting adult based content like this in the 18 plus lineup, which up until the past couple of years was just used as a marketing gimmick to sell nostalgia to adults. The vignette suddenly cuts off here at the back, as though a knife has sliced through that scene. It's perfectly flat besides that boat inclusion, which does mean you can easily display it up against a wall. You build the set upwards, splitting the build there shows our 2 layers for the display. You have the underwater segment there in the lake, and then you have the upper shore layer, which features the tree, the boat, and the top layer of the riverbed. This little display there shows Déagol being dragged by a fish, great uses of the dark blue to show how deep underwater we are, and we've got some leaf parts there introduced in the Rivendell set a couple of years ago. Déagol is attached to the scene in 2 ways, the fishing rod placed in the fish's mouth, and he's also holding onto a clip there, as you can see. This display might warp that fishing hook a little bit though if left in this position, but the set here does give you a spare one, so you could always have this one for the display and another for a separate accessory. Top layer is really great. That tree and boat look pretty good together, and I love the little detail of the tree roots there, as you can see. We've got one small part there above ground and a deep root down in the earth. I also really like that design of having the brown and green for grass and dirt on the ground. The tree there is rather thin, but we've got some nice big pieces for the leaves there, and as for the boat, it's also been locked into place really by connecting that fishing line to its jumping accessory piece on that side. If you disconnect it, it means that the boat can freely swivel around. We've got a turning plate there, right in the middle of the river, which is how you can connect that boat to the scene. I also really love when LEGO make running rivers in sets, using a bright blue plate there and some clear pieces, which again help to contrast the dark blue pieces used for that ground layer. Now I've been seeing a lot of people throwing shade towards the boat design online, but I have to say, I really like this inclusion. I think it matches the movie quite well, and I think it fits that world of Middle Earth. It's got that roundish look to it, and it felt like a really satisfying build for a gift with purchase release. There's also enough room in this boat for having both of your figures displayed at once, which I really appreciate. It helps to make that scene look rather nice and innocent. Of course, there's also surprisingly enough some room on the shore for both your figures to be displayed together also, and that's the scene which makes this whole thing more sinister. It's a pretty good time to talk about our figures there. You have 2 semi-exclusive minifigures there for this set, which is a good thing or a bad thing depending on the type of collector you are. I'll go into which parts are exclusive when we look at each individual figure. And so first up here is Sméagol, who is appearing in this set in his hobbit form for the first time ever in LEGO. An interesting fishing rod accessory is included, which is entirely brick built, just using some rods and some handles together. This figure here uses some really cool pieces that I don't personally have in my collection, so immediately I'm really happy with him since this whole thing is brand new for me, even if the inclusions aren't necessarily the most accurate to the source material. That torso piece is from some of the recent Harry Potter releases. I believe it's Argus Filch who uses that torso, and then the hair piece is also from Harry Potter. It's from one of the Triwizard Tournament teachers. I think that both parts there are fitting for the Middle-earth world, and I'm happy to have these new parts in my personal collection, but if we look at the official Toy Biz action figure of Sméagol released at the time of the movie, we can see where the creative liberties have come into play. And yes, acknowledging that I thought it was crazy that LEGO made a toy of this, but turns out we've had toys for this for years now. I don't really hold LEGO to this though, as this set isn't designed to be a wide release thing. Repeats are always expected when it comes to a set release like this. This figure's exclusive budget went entirely into his face prints, which are unique only for him, and I'm thinking they will be for quite some time. It's yet another Andy Serkis figure likeness, and his default look is decent, but it's the evil alternative one that is the clear standout design. I would have loved to have instead had a face that had more Gollum-like features from the scenes where he's truly transitioning into Gollum there, but this evil look is a lot more useful for someone like me who makes custom figures here on this channel. It's a pretty cool looking figure overall. And Déagol here is a strange one because as a translation of that character, he's far too generic for me to feel satisfied with that inclusion, but as a generic hobbit for world building, I really love that minifigure. He features a whip piece there and his ring as the accessories. It feels weird to have two such distinctly looking different fishing rod inclusions in the one set, but the rings are also duplicates there. There's 3 of them in that set in total. He's missing his hat, which I understand. The set wants you to have him underwater, and he does lose his hat the moment he falls off the boat, but I feel like that standard Frodo hairpiece doesn't quite work for him either. Something longer to match the Sméagol hair maybe could have been used instead. As for the torso, it's just Sam's, so if you bought either the Rivendell set or the Barad-dûr set, you already have this piece. His face I quite like. It features a curious-like expression, which does look pretty great for that character, and a double-sided look of him holding his breath underwater. And that sequence is taken directly from the movie, which I think is really cool to see in minifig form. I would have liked to have seen a face of him maybe a bit more transfixed by the ring, but really his default look works pretty well for showing that feeling. And something crazy I noticed here, if I take this bathtub Lego City Racer build and I show you the minifigure, both figures actually feature the exact same expression, which was used here as a holding back vomit expression. Now it's been recolored into a pink flesh tone. The instructions for the set here come in a little booklet with no theming on the inside. The back of the manual shows the set fully complete, followed by the inventory list and nothing else. We don't have any advertisements for the other Lord of the Rings sets, and we have no words on the movies or theme in general. Overall, I felt conflicted at the reveal of the set, but I actually really like it in person. I think that this idea is the perfect kind of release for a gift with purchase. Exclusive minifigures, which yeah, that's a shame for those who can't buy the Shire at release, but the exclusives here aren't important main named characters for the masses. Really, it's Gollum you want in a wide release thing, not Sméagol. This here is a set that's been tied for fans and those diehard freaks like myself who love this stuff. It's also a scene that's far too dark for a regular release anyway, so this is something I think could only possibly exist as a gift with purchase release. That Nazgul set from last year could have easily been its own release. The figures use some really cool uncommon pieces and unique face prints, and the display looks really nice to be set on its own. I'm pretty happy with this release overall. If you enjoyed this look at a LEGO Lord of the Rings set, liking the video here and subscribing to the channel does help to support more videos like this one in the future. Thanks for watching everyone, ka kite anō, see you all next time.